Okay, this is the last one. This is kind of about the like perfect victim and how the perfect victim doesn't exist, and how this sort of you can see this like partially in the trio and Christopher. The trio and Christopher are like all, in a very abusive relationship with Victor, and what you like kind of you can make very bad arguments of like, oh, they got themselves there, oh, they like did this or that, right? Like there's a lot of arguments you can wage against them that are also waged against like actual abuse victims because they weren't perfect, because I wrote them like people. Like with Christopher, for example, in Run, you have this thing where at some point he's like, no, just kill me. He's like, literally, come on, take a bite, let the monster win, feed yourself on the poison, I of course am gonna need my skin. And like at some point Victor's like, oh, you can go. You're like, no, you're not letting me go. Don't be a coward, just fucking kill me. And some people could see that as provocation, which, like, of course it isn't. If someone's gonna kill you because of that, that's on them. But they're still kind of like that little like that Christopher's really self-destructive, which is not fully Christopher's fault, but it's still a character flaw. You can also see that, for example, Dante was like, this is love, this is what love is, and actually really defended Victor and like stood by him and had so much faith in Victor for, frankly, too long. And I'm not mad at Dante for that. And I'm not even saying that that's fully Dante's fault, because, abuse fucks you up. But it's not really the ideal victim of like, oh, I was in love, and then when he started behaving badly, I became like a little victim, right? Like, it does kind of stray from the narrative. Same with Marie. Marie kind of went along with like their like relationship that they had until she got like tossed aside for Rin. I don't think Rin went along as much with the relationship, and I think Rin did really help Marie and like Dante out of like the toxic dynamics they were in. But Rin, like all of them, didn't really escape. And like Dante once tried to escape, and the rest, like Rin and Marie, never really tried to escape because they were like, we don't have anywhere to escape to, But those are like all criticisms you can wage against Christopher and the trio. And they're all like invalid because they have really good reasons for like doing what they're doing and being what they're like. And also they're just people. People make mistakes, right? But I found it really important to sort of accentuate like all these people are going along with Victor in a certain way. All these people are in a fucked up situation, and all these people make mistakes, which, makes sense. They're all exhausted. They're also malnourished in certain ways. And, like, anyway, they all go along with, like, Victor in a way, and they all have, like, flaws in a certain way, where you'd be like, oh, if you're the perfect victim, you would just leave. If you're the perfect victim, you would just, like, this or that, right? And they're not doing that because they're people, and because they're flawed, So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say about them, and that was all for now. Okay, bye.